What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in.
I was reading a report about Patrick Beverley saying that he's super excited to play with Russell Westbrook. Now, I want to say this first off. When I was reading this, I didn't believe any of it. Of course, Patrick Beverley is going to say all the right things now because he's a teammate of Russell Westbrook. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he didn't want to squash their beef that they had throughout these several years, several seasons that they've been going at each other. But at the same time, I can't say he's super excited to play with Russell Westbrook, because if that's the case, he would have made amends with Russell Westbrook on the court a while back, and they would have made amends with each other, even though they've been on opposite teams. Now, of course, things could have been mended behind closed doors, who knows? But based upon what we see on the floor, every time they've played against each other, it's no love lost there, and it's definitely all out war. So, technically in this situation, if Patrick Beverley is honest about what he's saying, which I, kind of take with a grain of salt myself, then maybe this could work, with them two being on the same team. I mean, Russ definitely, after, Patrick Beverley spoke, about the situation, he tossed the towel towards Patrick Beverley's way, and they dapped each other up before, Patrick Beverley left the conference or whatever. So, I mean, I believe there is going to be enough decency or respect amongst each other to play on the same team, because they have to be professional, and they have to do that because that's what's required of you as a player in this league. There's not always situations that are so ideal for you. You have to play in situations that are, common, and some that are uncommon. And this is an uncommon type of situation for Russ, being a teammate of a player that he's somewhat despised, and maybe vice versa. But at the same time, they have to try to make this work because, the Lakers need all the help they can get, and they traded for Patrick Beverley. And the crazy thing is, they traded for Patrick Beverley like they wanted him, but they're showing no signs that they want Russell Westbrook. And, Russ is really stuck in a hard place right now, because this team, he knows this team doesn't want him, but he knows he can't do anything right now because he didn't play up to par last season to some people's standards or specifications for him, because he's a top 75 player, and rightfully so, he didn't. But at the same time, Russell Westbrook, is a great player still. I know he doesn't look like it, but I mean, according to the numbers, throughout his career and everything, he's still looked at as a superstar. So you can technically say he's still a great player because people still revere him as a superstar player and nothing less. And he definitely doesn't revere himself as anything less. But in regards to Patrick Beverley, this situation could really go left really bad, because I want to see exactly what type of chemistry and how much they're trying to squash everything when the Lakers start losing. I want to see exactly, how the chemistry is building when they're going through tough times in the season. Everybody can say all the right things when there's no pressure on you right now. There's no games being played. Everybody is just warming up to the season, gearing up for the season to start. A lot of good things could be said right now, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're true. It doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to feel this way by mid-season All-Star break. You see what I'm saying? So we have to see exactly how this relationship between these two players, Patrick Beverley and Russell Westbrook, unfolds over time with this team throughout this season, because I think this is going to be the only season they're going to be teammates, because I don't think Russ is going to be there next year, and honestly I don't think Patrick Beverley is going to be there next year for some reason. So with that being said, they need to enjoy being each other's teammates and get that respect, because they've had a long drawn out beef for years, and rightfully so. It's never been a pleasant one, because Russ claimed that Patrick Beverley ran into his knee, and he did, and all that type of stuff. But regardless of that, all that's in the past now. Your teammates, you got to find a way to make the best of this, and the only way they're going to do that is to find a way to build some type of unity, and I think that's what they're trying to do. But overall, I just don't know if Russ is all in with the situation. I believe that he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Basically, he should be, because the Lakers don't want him, and now he's got a teammate on his team he never thought he'd play with, and he has to deal with it because of contractual situations, and the fact that they are unable to trade him right now because he's not really tradable, because no team wants him as the package deal alone. They want him plus picks, maybe another player added along. And as I said before, the Lakers really can't afford to give up everything, to get one guy and hopefully he works out and don't get injured. Now you lost your picks. Now you lost a top 75 player in Russ, and on top of that, the team is not going nowhere no time soon. So the Lakers have to be careful in what they choose to do with their picks and Russell Westbrook and how they trade, and which I spoke about all this on my previous video a couple of days ago. So you can definitely go back and check that out. But regardless, I think that this situation between Russ and Patrick Beverley, it's mended, at least for now, until maybe they start losing or, aggravation comes in and guys get frustrated, things like that. Then we will see exactly where they are and how this team will gel. And we'll see if any rift or anything like that comes out the locker room, because I do believe it's going to be some more drama with the Lakers, because right now it just seems like that's the only thing they're looking at is drama. That's the only thing that's facing them is drama, issues, and, no progression. And I think that's, more or less because where they are right now as a team in regards to the way they look on paper, they don't look like a superior championship team. LeBron knows that. He feels that. And, that's not what LeBron's about. LeBron definitely wants to win now. And, it's not over for the Lakers. They definitely, can make another move in this offseason. There's still time, but the time is definitely being limited now, more minimal now than what it was. And like I said, I think they swung and missed on the Kyrie situation. So that might be far-fetched right now, at least this season anyway. Who knows what happens or what's going to happen next season. But, when I think about Russell Westbrook, I feel like, he's ready to go now. Honestly, I feel like he's just putting the smile on and being, putting a fake smile on and just being a professional as much as he can and deal with it until he finds his way out the situation. Because I honestly think he wants to leave this team just as bad as they want him to leave. He's just not saying that because, right now, it's the season's about to start up and, they don't need to really add no more drama issues to what no more issues to their situation than what they've already had. They've been the biggest talk of last season in regards to being a bad team. So, saying the right things and trying to go about it the right way is the professional way to do, or the professional way to be. So I can see Russ doing that, but I really think that it's over with for Russ mentally with this team and with this everything in regards to the Lakers. I just think, of course, I just think he's not saying much, in which he shouldn't. He should just go out there and play and ball out as much as he can so he can, rectify his previous season, which is last season, and better his chances of getting to a better situation, getting away from Patrick Beverley, getting away from, this team that might not be going nowhere no time soon. And, it sucks also to be looked at as the one blamed for everything all the time. So I definitely know he's over that as well. So we'll see exactly how he plays. We'll see how him and Patrick Beverley gel on the court, and we'll see how it all pans out, as the season goes on. But don't be surprised to hear anything out the locker room or any drama between those two and others possibly in the locker room as well. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.